Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and Jokey Gnome, Clown Prince of West Point. I am Speedyard, and this is Arkham Asylum. Arkham Mansion. The Joker hasn't taken control here yet. We need to check on things here before we can go on.
Harley tells me that the Batman's car is still parked just outside the intensive treatment building. Now, we can't just have him up and leave us, can we? Every thug, villain, murderer, and kindergarten teacher that isn't carrying out party orders should head there now and smash it to pieces.
So the Joker's free again.
Not for long.
Things seem safe here. The Joker's thugs only control the other side of the island. For now.
Thank God it's you. Have you caught Joker yet?
No, but I'm going to track him down. I need you to stay here. Stop anyone trying to get into the mansion.
Whatever you say, Batman. No one's getting past me.
Everything appears to be under control. It's refreshing after seeing the mess the Joker made of intensive treatment in such short order. Something's up. Let's contact Oracle.
What the...
Oracle, disable the Batmobile's countermeasure system.
I saw the alert. What's wrong? Where are you?
I'm outside the Arkham Mansion. Harley Quinn probably triggered the alarm. If she's still got Gordon with her, he could get hurt.
Okay, done. The Batmobile is still parked up outside the intensive treatment building in Arkham North. I sent you the schematics for the entire island. I've marked key locations like your car.
Thanks, Oracle.
I wonder what we would do without Oracle there to give us intel in real time. She has grown to be an invaluable part of his team, the Bat Family, as it is often known, using her computer expertise to provide Batman with info he needs as he needs it. And Batman was already known for being better prepared than a survivalist and as sharp as Sherlock Holmes. They've met, by the way, more than once.
I can't believe it. They killed Jackson.
Stay with your colleague. I'm ending this. Now.
Notice that the word ambulance is backwards, like on a real emergency vehicle. That should give you an idea of how incredibly detailed and polished the world of Arkham is. That aside, it never ceases to amaze me how brain-dead these thugs can be. Fighting Batman? No need to watch our backs. Of course, I suppose that could just be a side effect of the innumerable times they've been choked out or concussed by Batman. Have you ever met one of those people who just go crazy if they think you're mistreating their car? Don't slam the doors, don't scratch the paint, don't stain the upholstery. When your ride costs millions of dollars, and you're Batman, well, you do the math. I cannot yet imagine a better way to feel like you're Batman trashing some lowlifes than the free-flow combat system. So long as you can keep a steady rhythm going, it feels amazing clearing out gangs like this one single-handed. There are only 3 basic actions: strike, counter, and stun, though I don't use stun very much. Though you can also evade, perform takedowns on dazed enemies, and throw batarangs, although you have to get an upgrade before you can work your batarangs into a combo.
There's a supply of explosive gel in the trunk of the Batmobile. I may need it.
The explosive gel gun. There's always been a fascinating thread of science fiction in Batman, letting the writers dream up crazy gadgets but keeping Batman rooted in that fuzzy, semi-plausible area he thrives in.
Harley trashed the car. Looks like there was a scuffle. I need to search the area around the Batmobile. There could be a clue as to where she took Gordon. I need to isolate a trail in the crime scene around the Batmobile that'll lead me to Gordon.
But before we do that, riddle me this.
You are performing just below my predicted expectations. At this rate, you'll never beat me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting a troubling report about the
Strange. This is Gordon's pipe. Barbara gave it to him. There's no way he'd leave it.
Their civic duty to exterminate this vermin. We can't have it.
Wild country. Gordon's favorite tobacco. Gordon's smarter than he looks. Left me a trail to follow. Oracle, I found a pipe. It has your father's initials carved on it.
It was a birthday gift I gave him last year. There's no way he'd leave it.
Exactly. He's left me a trail to follow. He's alive, Barbara. The security doors are locked. I'm going to have to find another way around to get back on Gordon's trail.
Observe. Other people run from explosions. Batman turns his head. Not only was it a great way to say, yeah, you're Batman, you're awesome, making Batman immune to his own explosions does away with the tedium friendly fire often introduces to minigames.
Joker here! Let me remind all new residents of Joker Asylum that they are expected to follow one simple rule. Punishment for not following this rule is death. No ifs, ands, or buts. You know what the best thing is about the rule? It's a secret!
He's here!
Written well, the Joker is a character you absolutely love for his wicked, playfully psychotic sense of humor, even as you absolutely hate and despise him for being so totally twisted and individual. I don't know what those two are up to, though. Building some kind of facade, apparently. We'll have to check in on it later. Someone's up here. I think he's friendly.
Batman, what's going on? The crazies are moving towards the medical facility. What's Joker doing?
He's trying to take over the island piece by piece. It looks like medical is his next target. Has anyone got out of the building?
I saw a doctor try and get out. He was torn apart. Throw it in the water. He never stood a chance.
You wait here. I'll be back.
It seems we will never cease to find new reason to feel no mercy towards these men.
Anyone seen the big bad bat? I warn you, he may look like an idiot and talk like an idiot, but don't let that fool you. He really is an idiot.
I don't think any of us will feel too bad putting some of these men on crutches for the rest of their lives. Continuing from where we left off, with the counter button, we can block incoming attacks, indicated by the blue lines. Stun attacks leave villains reeling for a bit, as do batarangs, letting us get a few hits in. The bulk of the fighting is with strikes. We have to time our attacks and aim ourselves at different enemies in the field, making sure to stay aware of who is attacking and jumping out of the fray if we get surrounded. And just so you know, my combo is only broken by that one batarang I threw. I don't have the upgrade for that yet.
Hey, scram, bats! This is my me time.
Where's Gordon?
Wouldn't you like to
I'm over
know?
here!
Shut up!
Ah! You crazy bitch! Harley!
Ah!
What's he doing here? It's too early!
I'm sorry, Puddin'. Don't be angry with me. Mwah!
Oh, you little minx. I can never stay mad at you.
Sorry, B-Man. You'll have to find another way. Bye-bye now.
This way's...
That's Harley for you. Villainous one moment, lovey-dovey, sickly sweet the next. She really does go quite well with Joker, though in the main their relationship resembles that of an abusive couple. And I can assure you, the Joker's not the one being abused. As you no doubt know, Batman has had real, honest-to-goodness ninja training. As well as training in pretty much everything else, martial art or otherwise. Stealthily picking his way through the darkness, entering unseen, inhabitants unaware. This is who he is.
I'm getting some trouble. I want all the doctors rounded up. Search every inch of the medical building.
We've got to hurry.
9 minutes. Search every room, every office, and every trash can. If another doctor tries to run and get out of the building, then you won't. I'll just flood the rooms with happy gas and leave you to die. Hell, I may do that anyway. Sounds fun.
Cursing is certainly something Mark Hamill couldn't do when he first voiced the Joker in the animated series. Yes, indeed, in case you did not know, Luke Skywalker does the voice of the Joker, and no one does it better.
Get off of me.
Shut it! Get down there with the others! Move it!
Okay, I hear you. I'm going.
Why does he need the doctors? I've got to save them.
And we'll make sure to be creative about it. We have quite a few options in Silent Predator mode, and it's fun to try them all out while watching our enemies sweat.
Oh God! I found someone over here. What happened to you?
As their numbers slowly dwindle, as their guns prove useless, as they find their position of power swiftly inverted, the thugs below will begin to panic, shouting taunts and threats, even screaming in fear of the Batman.
I don't want to worry you boys, but I see there with you.
And all Joker will do is laugh, delighted at his own men's fear and pain, amused by our efforts to stop him. Let's let this man get a good look at us before he says good night.
Hello? Is there a doctor in the house? No? I seem to have a pile of wounded henchmen that need medical attention.
The room's clear. You're safe now.
These doctors at least are safe. I can only hope the same can be said for the others. And I don't just mean physically. Just to be near the Joker can be dangerous for a weak mind or a shallow spirit.
I don't know what happened. One minute we were doing our evening rounds, and the next, armed thugs burst into the room and took us hostage.
Did they have anyone with them?
They took someone into the elevator. I couldn't tell who it was.
They obviously didn't want to be followed. The elevator appears to have been powered down. You're going to be okay here.
We'll be fine.
What about the others? We heard gunfire. They could be dead. We should go and help.
Oh no, I forgot. Dr. Kellerman was in the patient observation room, and Dr. Chen went to surgery.
And Dr. Young went to X-ray.
Okay, stay here. I'll find the other doctors.
Batman saved us. I never really believed he existed.
I'll get you out of there. We're gonna be okay.
Doctors Young, Kellerman, and Chen. What a fearful thing it must be to devote yourself to the healing of the mind, only to find yourself helpless at the hands of minds you tried to cure. As bad, maybe worse in some ways, to realize there are men whose minds are intact, who nonetheless chose this path, fully knowing what it entailed.
Will all patients please remain calm and move slowly to their accommodation?
Let me introduce you all to the sterling work of human research, Dr. Penelope Young. Since joining our team 2 years ago, Arkham is now at the forefront of research into understanding the human mind.
Dr. Chen, I presume. I think we all know where this is going.
Batman!
Don't speak. You're safe now.
But it's a trap!
I know. Just not for me.
It's true. You really are the world's greatest detective. How did you do that, Bats? Oh, what the hell? Get down there, boys. See if he can detect being punched in the face.
Insanity and responsibility. Fate and choice. Insanity of one sort or another is a frequent theme in Batman, from the insanity of his villains, men and women with truly deranged minds of one kind or another, to the more social insanity of a city that, no matter how it tries, remains unable to rid itself of an inexhaustible stream of petty crooks, be they the henchmen of some supervillain, or some pathetic little man with a gun and a helpless family on the other end. So what then creates them? Superheroes and supervillains, street cops and petty thugs? Are they born from their own choices? Or are they bound to a path shaped for them by the circumstances of their lives?
Don't get too full of yourself, Bats. I'm just softening you up. Think of this as a preview to the main event. You'll see.
Don't leave me! They could wake up! I'm sorry. I tried to tell you. I couldn't speak.
Relax, you're safe now. I can handle these low-life thugs.
Is riddle time once more, friends. Notice that detail. Killer Croc transfer and Dr. T. Elliot.
I'd have solved all the puzzles by now.
I'm sure you would have, Riddler. Dr. Thomas Elliot. He was once Batman's childhood friend and suffered a similar tragedy when his parents were in a terrible car accident. Batman's father, Dr. Thomas Wayne, was able to save his mother, to Elliot's fury, or he was the one who cut their brakes. Years later, having learned Batman's identity and filled with an irrational hatred, he would execute an elaborate revenge scheme involving most of Batman's greatest enemies, which almost succeeded.
Early results were promising, but it was only after the arrival of Patient X that our expectations were raised. Patient X was the catalyst that led to a full-scale adoption of the Titan process. We must all thank our benefactors for this opportunity.
That's done.
Yeah, she can operate on me anytime.
I hear there's a lie. Mine. She's here!
Dr. Young, and something called the Titan Project, and a Patient X. What exactly was going on here at Arkham? I have a feeling she's just up ahead, and I expect to get some answers.
I have done exactly as you asked.
Look, you think I can? Stop your whining and listen good. If anyone goes near you without Joker's express permission, then I've been ordered to make sure you are taken out ASAP. Looks like you're a bargaining chip. Gotta tell you, the boss is all over this job. Planned like a military operation. Friends on the inside and out.
I am quite aware that this job, as you call it, requires friends. What I want to know is why you chose me. Did Joker specify me?
Don't worry, ma'am. I've specified them.
What's going on? They were talking like they were in control. Is it true that Joker escaped?
Unfortunately, yes. But not for long.
I'd been studying Joker's case for months when he broke out. The warden was very specific he wanted Joker cured.
Bad publicity will affect his campaign for mayor.
That'll be the least of it. God, I almost forgot. They said they were moving through the facility, hunting down the other doctors.
I know. I've got one more room to search, and then all the staff will be safe. You stay here. There are still more medical staff that need my help.
Time for another trip to Wayne Tech Employee Benefits. Let's get Inverted Tech down. We'll have some fun with this later.
Oh, I'm not sure I can keep it a secret any longer. I've got 2 old friends coming to the party. Terrified you, Lisa. Say hello. The other, well, let's just say he's going to be as surprised to see you as you will be to see him.
When Amadeus Arkham built this fine institution...
Notice the colored lines on the floor. Medical institutions really do this, and I can see why. Since we can rescue the doctors in any order, the lines help us know where we've been and how to get to the next doctor. Otherwise, we'd probably get a bit confused here.
Who's the guy? That means son of a bitch's Cash.
Cash is in trouble.
What's wrong with you? Don't you know nothing? Cash had a disagreement with Killer Croc a while back. Croc got free and chowed down on Cash's hand. Yeah, he's here!
And you see the floor? You're there. Now let's get in there and save Cash. And the doctor too.
Boss, it's done. The room is full of gas and Captain Hook is stuck in there. Thing is, it's a...
Cash, what happened?
There was an alarm in medical. I heard someone shouting and found the doc lying on the floor. When I went to help him, the room was flooded with gas. These doors locked down. He can't get out. Don't know how long we can last.
How brave. Let's give Mr. Cash a great big hand. He could use one.
You'll be laughing out of your butt when I get out of here.
Lighten up, Holmes. I'm just messing with you.
Can't wait to return the favor.
Leave it, Cash. Can you control the ventilation system in there?
Try it. It's a no-go. He disabled remote access.
I'll find a way.
Do you see now why Cash is awesome? He lost his hand defending a doctor from Croc. Supervillains show up, threatening and taunting him, and he just throws it right back at them. Missing a hand? No problem. One is all I need to beat their faces in. Cash is one cool dude. Listen, you can hear the Joker toxin taking effect upon the inmate, slowly causing him to laugh to death.
I have to clear the room of toxin as quickly as possible.
Moments like this are when I'm glad we have detective vision. We need to find another fan controller and hit it with a batarang in order to clear out this gas. On the topic of the famous batarang, they were first introduced in 1939 in Detective Comics number 31 when Batman fought the Mad Monk. Since then, they've been primarily featured as shurikens, though Nightwing verified in an issue of 52 that they can still return if thrown right. Later on, we'll get a hold of a remote-controlled batarang, which is more or less useless.
Batman, I don't know if you can hear this. Board showing power to Second 1.
Also of note is Batman's gliding ability, lifted, no doubt, from Batman Begins. That was a cool idea that managed to ride that sci-fi edge of semi-plausibility Batman pulls off so well, and it was an excellent choice for this game. It lets Batman move around effectively in areas with varying heights, and it feels right. It fits Batman and reinforces that sense of control and awareness. The only other way to let Batman move around effectively and convincingly would have been for him to swing everywhere on his grappling hook, which would have felt too much like Spider-Man. This is the last fan. The toxin should be out of the air. Let's go talk to Cash.